Alright guys, welcome to my Kenecro monster review. So I hope you saw that finisher. It glitched a little bit for me, so I'll do it again. He is a dark and fire dodge area attacker from the Galactic era, and he's a monster I've been wanting because he's one of the best exclusive picks, and he's also very strong. So let's go through his lore first. Kenecro betrayed Yaogoi Wang Zhao, selling his secrets to mercenaries, and when the Dark Emperor found out, he cursed him to burn for eternity. The fire burning inside him hasn't killed him, but it gives him a pain that he can only release when he fights. So, a bit morbid, the lore is just a bit gruesome, but it's really cool. It incorporates well into the design. It actually reminds me a lot of Gahi. They both have armor around a flame inside of them that, that's like their curse to bear that pain. So it's really cool. So his finisher, Jigeko, I'm just going to say Jigeko, removes positive status effects and disables trait, then deals very heavy dark damage and hellfire to all enemies. I think this is amazing. It's just like your basic clean the slate finisher, but it also does very heavy damage, gives a good dot, and hopefully this gives the opportunity for if you use a denier, to end the game by the traits are disabled, the positive effects are disabled. At the very least, this cleanses off King Autumn and kills him, and then you can go free range on the rest of the enemies. It's a pretty great finisher. So one thing I will say with it real quick, he's got 111 as his stats, and comparatively to another attacker like this guy, let's see, 14. So it is a lot higher, but it's not that much higher. Also, what? Burn hater? Ooh, he might be better than I thought. All right, so not to get sidetracked, his trait is phenomenal. So at least I really love it when they do this with dodge area monsters. He has trait dodge area, obviously one of the most powerful traits a monster can have. It grants them instant viability and instant usability in any taunt team. It means basically any normal AoE won't land on them. So if they do an AoE cleanse with stun or an AoE cleanse with heavy damage, it won't land because he has dodge area, so he's basically immune. I don't know if you can hear that music. It's just a very loud car. But anyways, dodge area is just very powerful. It allows him to evade all area skills. The only thing that really goes past this is cold blood, which is a mechanic he has, meaning despite the fact that his finisher is an AoE and it wouldn't land on one of himself, he has cold blood, meaning he can go past taunt and reach dodge area, which is very powerful. And pierce, which pierce can go through everything. So there's really no point in including it because it's the kind of thing where it's like, if you have pierce, there's nothing you can do to stop it anyways. So you can't judge other facets by how they go against pierce. Then you've got immune to blind. Immune to blind, I will always say this, is a very nice trait to have. So people forget it when they use Elvira a ton and she has team blind immunity and then it never kicks in. But so many beginner monsters, so like if you get this guy as a beginner, but even some like more top monsters, and weirdly a lot of relics, and no, not relics, talents, like giving blind and minor blind and all of that, it's really annoying. Like you forget that it's a mechanic since Elvira really eliminates it. But with the Angelic Gauntlet, you can run it on a Pierce monster, stuff like that. It is an annoying mechanic. It's a nice immunity. Of course, any other immunity would have been better, but immune to blind isn't as worthless as people say it is. Then we have Anticipation Hater. Um, I think, in fact, that this is a trait, which is absolutely amazing. This, and I got this from Abergo. He told me this is one of the strongest possible bounty hunt attackers because he's got Anticipation Hater. He's got strong attacks. You're going to see it in a little bit. So Anticipation Hater is great. He really wrecks the meta because of how heavily used Galvanus is. Because, Shadonia, Light Voltaic, Omnia. We've got a million extra turn monsters in the meta, meaning we're going to have a million anticipation monsters in the meta to counter it, which is true. So having an anticipation hater gives you the opportunity to fight an anticipation monster. You aren't even an extra turn monster, so they don't have to go against you. But when Galvanus does his anticipation to all move, you can absolutely wreck them. It is an amazing move. No, this is an amazing trait to have. Then you've got Self Precision and Status Caster Area Ignite. I gotta say they're both pretty worthless. The Status Caster Area Ignite, I mean, this could do some real heavy damage against any nature monsters. I heard that they debuffed Status Casters, so they can't instant kill off one Status Caster, but I mean, I don't know. A dot is only as useful as a dot will ever be. You know, just one dot. You don't know if it'll get you the battle. You don't know if it'll change anything, but it's nice to have. And then Self Precision would have been better if maybe he had a possession move or a stun move, but he only has 2 dots as far as I've seen on his best skill set, so he really doesn't need that precision. That being said, his first 3 traits, which you always want your traits to be better than your status casters, or else you're working to get to a status caster that can easily be cleansed away. His 3 traits are phenomenal, and I think his moves follow that trend. So, just got to feed him up. And let's see, let me just make sure real quick that he doesn't have any. Oh, he does. So he does have moves you have to rank him up for. I'll have them soon, though. So, I'll just go over them all, and then I'll just use the rank 0. Oni Kenshi deals moderate dark damage to one enemy, 0 stamina, 0 cooldown. Alright, it's just, your basic spammable attack. And it is pretty strong. Like, 35 on a spammable attack is pretty nice, but I think he has better. Flaring Nito deals moderate fire damage to one enemy, applies burn to one enemy. So, alright, same, more or less. Gokaku Geiko deals moderate dark damage to one enemy, applies Hellfire, so it's the single moderate Hellfire. And then we've got Katsugi Waza, deals heavy dark damage to one enemy. Alright, 0 stamina, no, 0 cooldown, 30 stamina is pretty good for a 50% damage move, but I've seen his full skill set and he has better. So, moderate fire AoE, it's about 30, hold on. Okay, come on, man, I can't read these names. Moderate fire AoE plus burn, alright. I mean, it's about the same damage as, like, this move right here, except to all. So you add a dot to it, but 2 turn, 40 stamina, I don't think is worth running. Nidan Waza, I love this. This is basically Katsugi Waza, except even better, because you do massive fire damage on a 0 turn cooldown at the cost of a very high 50 stamina, but I gotta say, I think it's worth it. And then we have Kenjutsu, deals moderate fire damage, applies precision to itself. I don't get why precision is the one thing he would, like, really want. He really doesn't do any negative effects other than his 2 dots. And then we have Joden no Kame, deals heavy dark damage to one enemy, applies damage boost to itself. That is great. I really love it when attackers can boost their own damage output like that. So definitely worth running. I don't think you need Katsugi Waza over Nidan Waza because, they're both 0 cooldown. This one does cost more stamina, but it's a lot stronger, like by 25%. So you can kind of decide whether you want dark damage or fire damage. Personally, I would prefer dark damage just because we live in a fire meta, so you're going to do fire on fire. I'd rather do dark on fire to have more damage output, but I'm just going to say do the massive one. Right. Nuki Waza. Oh, look at this. So it's following the Waza trail where, one of them will have 0 and one of them will have a little bit. So for 0 stamina, 1 turn cooldown, you do what looks to be 80 damage on an insane fire attack. That is great. I think this is the one move that you'll run instead. You only really need one 0 cooldown, 0 stamina move, and this is as close as you get to that while still being immensely powerful. So you're definitely going to run that. Kakari Geiko deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, applies Hellfire. I love Hellfire. I will say it's an extremely fun mechanic. It's basically Curse, but instead of taking stamina, which is more useful, it blinds your enemy slowly, which can be useful because they won't even realize. I know something I forget, and something enemies surely don't remember, is that Hellfire takes away your accuracy. So they'll be blind by the final turn. They'll be 50% blind by the second turn. It lasts 3 turns, it stacks. It's just a great dot. If the AoE is worth it, it looks to be 40 damage AoE with a great dot. I'd say it's worth it. Then we've got Oni Kesei, applies cold blood, double damage, and positive effect protection to itself. For 65 stamina, this move is absolutely amazing. Cold blood is an amazing mechanic to run on any attacker without Pierce because it gives them the instant viability that's near a Pierce monster. Because, like, a Pierce monster can go past anything. but they're a bit overpowered. So they're trying to release Cold Blood monsters, and it's still really powerful to walk past a taunt monster. So basically, Cold Blood allows you to bypass taunt. And what people take that as is really the only thing you do with taunt is protect either dodge area monsters or normal monsters. So if he has this and there's a mega taunt monster to normal monsters, he can do an AoE. It'll hit them all. Maybe you kill. People are never ready for it, so it is extremely powerful. It also gives you double damage and positive effect protection, meaning that even though the biggest con to running this move would be that, oh, they could just cleanse away the cold blood and I'll be left with nothing. He does positive effect protection, so you have it protected. This is amazing. I'd say run it. There are people who will say not to run it. You really have to debate whether you think your dodge area attacker is going to need it or whether you're just going to have a buffer open up the opportunities for you and he doesn't need it. Either way, I think I'm going to run it. And then his final move, Oni Tutsuki removes positive status effects from one enemy, deals very heavy dark damage to one enemy. It's the cleanse very heavy. It is just very, very powerful. 3 turn stamina, 52 cooldown. So I will say, I think this is the rank 0 skill set I'm going to run. But I will say he's an extremely, extremely powerful monster who's very much worth ranking up. I think I'd run his entire rank up skill set because it's just better. I'm going to do an entirely separate monster review of this monster to showcase his bounty hunt potential, because this is really one of the best bounty hunt monsters there is. So definitely worth using in that sense. But I'm just going to use him as he is in PvP. I'm definitely going to be ranking up this monster, and if you got him, you're probably going to be doing the same. So good. 3x, since he is going to be my bounty hunt attacker, I need him as strong as he can get. Will I regret this? Most definitely. But he's an amazing attacker. He's an amazing war pick, especially for exclusive. I think he's got to be the best exclusive monster out there right now. He's definitely worth it in that sense. He does very much struggle in PvP, though, because he's a fantastic war pick, as I said. He's one of the best exclusive picks if you have to choose one. But in PvP... No, I don't want this. In PvP, where it's the entire light meta, and even though it is a fire light pierce meta, and he is fire, so he'll have that immunity, it's still a light pierce meta, meaning he will always be the underdog because he will always just be able to be taken out just like that. So, I got the question if I do showcase him in PvP, because I am in Legendary League right now. I didn't even know I got to Legendary League yet. I was trying to stay out of it. Leagues. So I passed champion. Nah, I don't think I can still use a rank 0 monster in PvP and win, because Legendary League is where people start to take themselves seriously, and I don't know how that would go. So, I could try it, but no, rank 0 damage output isn't enough. So I'm gonna showcase him. Did I already complete this? Oh, but I would love to show him right here. I think I still might be able to. Level 100s. No other. Yeah, well, he's definitely going to be the best of this category that I'm ranking up, because I really didn't have that many good galactic monsters to rank up. So, let's do it. I just want to see. I think he always does an AoE. I don't even know if he has a single. Abyssal, yes. So, look at this. Nidan Waza absolutely destroys any nature monsters. Look at that, rank 1, and he's still hitting like a truck. So Nidan Waza kills, and that is, I believe, his 0 cooldown 50 stamina move. Very powerful, because look at that. Oh, I can just spam it. That's amazing. So I'm going to do Jodan no Kame for that damage boost. Hopefully this will help me secure the next kill. Alright, you apply the shield again, and then it does. So if I could use Hellfire on him, because it's a powerful dot that will help me take down his shield, but his shield is very powerful, so apply that Hellfire. Alright, what do? You apply that shield again. So what do I want to do? I want to apply precision so that the next Hellfire doesn't miss, which that is the one pro to it. A Bulwark and the thing other than Bulwark. I'm forgetting what it is. To Bulwark, Tough Hardened are definitely annoying in the meta, with the sense that they can just completely negate all of your damage, no, all of your negative effects, because it just doesn't hit when they have Bulwark and all of that. So if you do apply that precision, your dots are guaranteed to hit. You're definitely going to be a little bit better off, but I don't know if it's worth it. So I'm not sure if this attack is worth it either. Recharge, apply that Hellfire. It looks like I'll beat this guy. So recharge, Abyssal Shell. I don't even know how one of them is giving you a damage mirror when it looks like you just keep doing the same move. And then I'm going to do Nidan Waza. It almost kills, and then Kane's sword finishes the job. Boom, look at that. Kenecro beat the stage. I couldn't. So that was a pretty fun showcase. Let me see. I don't think he could do it again. I could go for it. I'm just going to go for it. He's definitely just fun and strong attacker, and his moves only turn into better versions of the moves that I'm using right here. So just to showcase his damage output, I'm just going to see if I can one-shot this guy, because I think it'd be fun. Nah. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess that simulates a loss. Sad that I can't showcase him in PvP in this scenario right now, but I think this gets close. So, Euros Air, because they did release new islands, and they aren't just pushovers, they are pretty hard. So I'm going to showcase him here. I'm definitely going to rank him up. I love this monster, love his design. There's a lot to love about him. So I actually think I forgot to run him with an AoE. So let me debate this. I think if you're running a rank 0 skill set, you gotta do Kikuraishi on flames instead of Kenjutsu. You really don't need that precision for rank 1 or any rank for that matter. So let's do this. Alright, that is a very giant War Master, but it's not like we haven't taken on worse before. Instant kill. Oh, that was easy. Alright, then I turn transfer to you, and, he's one of those monsters where once you give him the free range, he will definitely end up killing the other monsters. I'm not sure why that didn't reflect. Do you have skill mirror? Oh, well, I guess if you kill one monster, it just thinks, it'll be like, oh, I thought that monster was going to reflect it. Only solution I can come up with. But yeah, he's really an amazing monster. He's really fun, and he is very, very powerful at rank 2 when he gets all of his moves, because then he just hits like an absolute truck. But at rank 3 is when he gets his Anticipation Hater, which absolutely wrecks the meta because of how much... No, he gets his Anticipation Hater, which wrecks the meta because of how much anticipation there is, because of how much extra turns there is. It's funny how you develop a counter for anticipation, which is inherently a counter. It's funny how that works. But he's very powerful, very worth getting. The big downside is that he is a dark monster in a very, very powerful light meta. The most powerful attackers right now, Pierce attackers, are light attackers, and he has no way to go past that. So he really gets destroyed by them in PvP. So that is why I have the big disclaimer that this guy is an amazing war monster. He's an amazing bounty hunt attacker, one of the best there is, with the trait Anticipation Hater, with his own attack that does a damage boost. He's an amazing attacker, but I don't know how much you'll be able to actually use him in PvP when Pierce is so prevalent. It's annoying how that shuts down a lot of strategies, but honestly, it's doable. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like button. I really enjoyed making this one. I try to be as strategic as I could be, and I tried not to overlap on anything too much, because, obviously there are other monster reviews of him. I don't want to just, beat a dead horse. But this is an amazing, amazing, very OP monster. Even at rank 1, he, hits like a truck. Look, at rank 1, he has a 0 cooldown, 50 stamina, massive attack. He's really great, and definitely going to be a great pick on your team. Yeah. Leave a comment and I will respond. What are your thoughts on this monster? Do you think they're great? Do you think they're garbage? Well, actually, I don't think you possibly could think they're garbage, but tell me if you have them. I got him super luckily. If anyone's seen my Teddy Bomb Air Saga review, Air Saga review, I guess. I got him out of the Golden Star chest. Super lucky. I got one of the best monsters that I really wanted. So yeah. Hope you guys have him. Hope you get him. He's an amazing monster. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to join the Crab Army. We are like 180 subscribers, and we're only going up. That is an absolutely massive number, and it means the world to me. And we're just going to keep going up. You know, the Crab Army never stops. We're this close to 200 subscribers. So like the video, leave a comment. It helps a lot. It helps with the growth that this channel has been experiencing, which has been amazing. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and comment down below. Yeah. First, real quick, just to say it, because he'll say I didn't say it, running that fire AoE, got, like, Abrigo tried to tell me this fire AoE was good, and then I made him fight me with it, and he lost. So that's my shout out to Abrigo, because he was telling me I should tell people that it's good, but, you know, I kind of beat it. So that's about it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Your favorite Omni-Crab signing out.